Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Listen, glad to have you guys here. Today is uh let me pull up my chart. October 2nd, 2019, Wednesday. Now, listen, guys. Something I've suspected for quite a while about cryptocurrency is I suspect that it's the part of the government that is what they call the uh, intelligence community. I suspect that they're the real inventors of cryptocurrencies. And I suspect that deep within the government, that this is some sort of a, I don't know, some sort of a government program or whatever. I think it's their baby. I think this is the reason why. I mean, they could have really stopped it a long time ago. They could have got rid of it a long time ago. They have the power. They could have banned it or whatever. you know. And they've had these whole big meetings over cryptocurrencies and everything else, the Federal Reserve and all the big boys, and this goes back a ways. And the Security and Exchange Commission has been dragging its heels on allowing a Bitcoin ETF, but I think that ultimately in the end we're going to see Bitcoin ETFs, exchange traded funds. Okay, so let's start the charts and take a look at this a little bit. You know, the Security Exchange Commission is signaling a green light to start the cryptocurrency party. And here, I'll read a little bit of this article. It says the U.S. Security Exchange Commission announced on Monday that Block One, the company behind EOS, must pay $24 million in penalties for conducting an unregistered securities sale. Block One raised a total of $4.1 billion in 2018. That puts the fine to a meager 0.58% of the whole thing. So if you divide 24 million into 4.1 billion, this is what it looks like if we do a pie chart. It's just this tiny little red sliver. I mean, you can't even see it on a pie chart. Let me take a look here. Here's a pie chart. This tiny little orange sliver. I don't even know if you guys can see it. It's right at the top center. That represents the amount of their fine compared to what they took in. It's basically a token. They're just paying a token. So it says here that Block One neither secured an exemption from the securities registration requirement nor registered the sale, the Security Exchange Commission said. The company said that the settlement only applies to the sale of ERC20 tokens, which the network swapped with EOS tokens after the main net went live. It says the Security Exchange, I'll read this right here. It says the Security Exchange Commission has simultaneously granted Block One an important waiver so that Block One will not be subject to certain ongoing restrictions that would usually apply with settlements of this type. Block One believes the Security Exchange Commission granting of this waiver as evidences Block One's continuing commitment to compliance and best practices in the United States and globally. EOS statement further reads, as Block One put in its statement, the Security Exchange Commission has waived the company, and it won't be subject to any restrictions. It might be time for the second phase of the initial coin offering that was all the rage in 2017. So, with this token penalty, this could be a sign of the altcoin party, the whole thing roaring up. Do you remember how things were in cryptocurrency when we went up to $20,000? Those times are going to come back, but next time when they come back, those same conditions, it's going to be like 5 times larger. So right now we're suffering through this little bear market in cryptocurrencies. There's a floor under cryptocurrencies, a hard floor under Bitcoin at $6,500. Okay? Now, there's a floor at 8,000. I told you guys about the floor at 8,000. We've hit that floor. I didn't really expect us to hit it. We've hit it. For you guys that are sitting on the fence about cryptocurrencies, take a look. Take a second hard look at that $8,000 price. Because when this party starts, that $8,000 price could look like what happened last time when cryptocurrencies went all the way up to $20,000. This could be 5 times bigger. What's coming? Quite seriously. It says recently we also saw Blockstack competing the first SEC-approved token offering. It raised $23 million after spending 10 months and $2 million getting the agency's approval. In comparison to Block One's 0.58%, this has been close to 9%. When companies can raise billions of dollars with the threat of just getting a slap on the wrist, this is a tiny amount of a fine. Why would anybody invest years and tons of money? Kruger might be having a sarcasm joke, but it won't be surprising if the light of SEC's move and other projects would try to follow the same path. Better ask forgiveness than permission, as Block One. In other words, the SEC is giving token fines to the crypto world, just like they do in the regular financial world, Basically, the bankers can do practically whatever they want, and they get token fines. I mean, they go out and they'll make like $200 billion on a crooked deal, the bankers, right? And then they get a $2 million fine. I mean, it's the sort of thing, put it on our scale, Say if the county had some bylaw that you weren't allowed to put a driveway in front of your house, and the driveway was going to cost $5,000. You got to pour all the cement and everything else, and say you went and put it in anyway, and they give you a $50 fine. I mean, it's the sort of thing where the fine is so ridiculously small that they go ahead and do what they're going to do anyway, because they're going to make a lot more money doing what they're going to do. Simple as that. So what are we looking at here with cryptocurrency today? Well, she was up to 222 billion last night. 219.9. Let me refresh the page. 219.8. So, I mean, it's struggling right now. We're looking at Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies struggling. They're holding ground, but they're struggling. There's an awful lot of bearish sentiment out there right now. I'm telling you, within the cryptocurrency marketplace. And people out there, that were hot on for cryptocurrencies, now they're like, it's just a feeling out there. That feeling's going to go through a shift pretty soon. Once the real economic catastrophe that's at our shores starts to manifest itself more, and they start looking for safe haven assets, the first place everybody's going to run is when they start to run out of the treasuries, because that was the wrong place to go, guys. And I can't begin to tell you how much money went into U.S. treasuries in the past few months to drive those yields down as low as they are. But there's the wrong place to go. They're running to the wrong place. They're all going to come running out of there. They're going to hit gold and silver. They're going to run into gold and silver. But there's not enough to go around. Honest to God. I mean, there's not even close to enough gold and silver to go around. And when they're done and they can't get any physical silver, you can't buy it. It's unobtainable. And gold is very, very hard to get. When we get to that point and there's massive amounts of money chasing it, the overflow is going to spill into cryptocurrencies. And once that starts, the cryptocurrency mania, I'm going to call it a mania, will begin. It's going to be a cryptocurrency mania like you've never seen before. You think that rise up to $20,000 was something? That was just a little bit of speculation. That wasn't a panic. That was just a little bit of speculation. Can you imagine the flood of money that's going to come into this when it's a panic to get it? When it's not being driven by speculation, when it's being driven by investors who can't obtain gold and silver anymore because that's gone. First guy's got in there, that's gone. That's on its way to the moon. That's on its way to the moon already. It's on a rocket ship to Mars. And it's left. It's left. The ship has sailed. They're going to come in then and get the second best thing, cryptocurrencies. And you want to talk about a market heating up? Boy, just wait. I'm telling you, I am just, man, I can't wait for this to hit. And to see cryptocurrencies on a rocket ship to Mars, too. You know, this is going to be really sweet, guys, what's coming. And what we need to do is we need to try to find the lowest price on this end. Now, this bearish sentiment might yield us this lowest price on this end that we're looking for. But at the same time, you got to be careful because you might wait too long or whatever, and all of a sudden, boom, the price goes up, you know? But it might go down a little bit more. And this is the kind of thing where you have to weigh greed with you have to be smart on this side of the coin. But this is the side of the coin you can actually make your money on, is on this side of the coin here. Not on the side when it's shooting to the moon. If you haven't got your bag holder on that side, if you're not a bag holder on that side when it's shooting to the moon, you're too late. You've lost. It's on this side here. When the market is bearish, people are talking about they don't want it anymore and finding all kinds of reasons and excuses why crypto's no good. This is the side you got to get your bag filled, you know? And it might go lower, but it might not. And this is the sort of thing. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? On this side here, this is the side to do it, though. You know, you gotta be very, very smart. You gotta play this market smart on this side, and you gotta weigh the opportunity yourself. Where is your opportunity? You gotta figure that out for yourself. I gotta figure it out for myself where my opportunity might be. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Give me a thumbs up. And we'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.